Swastika. In the late 1930s, a symbol was stolen. A symbol whose name is rooted from Sanskrit, meaning good fortune, health, and well-being. And it's horrifying that this icon was converted into its opposite by a heartless missionary, a savage bastardization of all prosperity for the purpose of creating a master race. Whereas the original symbology created a race of masters within the souls of Buddhists, the enlightened kind embracing all races and faiths, a breed obtaining peace within the very nature terrorized by the worst despot to ever grace their neighbors to the west, creating fear that can't even be replicated by Wes Craven. And I learned to fear this symbol, seeing the swastika cut my jugular like a ninja's throwing star, with the vertex of each angle decapitating my security, bleeding the blood Hitler embodied in his flag, washing the wounds clean, knowing that fat from concentration camp prisoners, my ancestors, were ironically used to make soap, washing the blood off the hands and consciences of the Gestapo. Even amid the dislocated hands, even amid the Nazis winding the clock backwards to days of dystopia, almost closely duplicated by the words in the novel Lord of the Flies and the images in the anime feature film Akira, I try to change the hands of time, further back to the inception of the swastika. Days when the emergence of Siddhartha Gautama would reign against the rage and riots. The shadows of groupthink and lynch mobs, never a glimmer in the lover's eye. Buddha's bailiwick, the prints of his feet, and the shape of his heart, bringing bliss and beauty to brains. And I sometimes cower during visiting hours as I exit an elevator at Staten Island University Hospital North, noticing the layout of the wings blueprinted near the closing doors, resembling the swastika, forgetting which way the hands pointed in that chart. I think of the bodies in those hospital beds, remembering that sometimes the swastika had dots, the imprint on the right hand of Lord Ganesh, bringing harmony and healing to the ill. And my elephant's memory recognizes both traditional forms. I want to condition myself not to fear this symbol, knowing that German soldiers fought under this flag, with the dots erased, the way Der Fuhrer envisioned his genocide, finding dots as undesirable as Jews, homosexuals, Roma, the physically disabled, and the mentally ill. But instead, it's my cynicism that needs to be bleached, wiping the taint of tears from my face, remembering when they adorned my cheeks the first time I watched Schindler's List, knowing it's been weeks since Yom Kippur, weeks since I repented in the hopes of my signature appearing in God's book of life. And I hope to find a sense of serenity that the swastika initially symbolized. I want to pray that its invocation brings good fortune, health, and well-being. That the impetus of the initial inscription is instilled in the future generations of the Western world. Hoping that the methods of Joseph Mengele are murdered with the fervor to which he was commissioned to torture the innocent in the name of science. Praying the earth will no longer be plagued the way America is currently plagued by war, sensationalized medical epidemics, greed, and policies motivated by bigotry and justified by the invocation of scriptures from Leviticus. Never again. Never again. Never again. Never again. Shalom Aleichem and Namaste.